Howdy, hi, hello there everyone, it's me, Waifu Belector, the only fair human on earth, and I am here to talk about Virtua Fighter. Yes, Virtua Fighter of all goddamn things in the world, it's your granddad's fighting game. And I'm talking about this because if you're a FGC fan, as you likely already know, there is a new Virtua Fighter game in development. It hasn't been officially announced, but everyone's known for a while now, and recently a whole bunch of details were leaked. And because of that, a whole section of the FGC has been getting very excited and getting other FGCers very excited for this inevitable return of one of yesteryear's fighting games. And I'm gonna be a little bit of a party pooper, I admit it. But my main goal here is simply to temper expectations. Because a lot of the older FGCers are getting very excited for what this game could be and approaching that could be as what it will be. But that is so far from a guarantee. Let's have a bit of unfortunate honesty for a second. Virtua Fighter is an irrelevant franchise and IP. It's probably 95% meaningless in the gaming space, with their 5% of relevance coming from the older subset of the already niche fighting game community. But to just about everybody, Virtua Fighter doesn't matter. It's not even a guaranteed pickup for all of the FGC, which is why this game actually has to grab people. It has to present well, it has to perform well, it's just gotta be compelling to those who don't care, because those who don't care are virtually everybody. Credit where credit is due to the team developing this though, because based on the leaks, it seems like they aren't under any delusions about Virtua Fighter's popularity, considering that this game is reportedly a reboot, as it should be, and allegedly will employ a new art style. And that bit's really important to me, and will no doubt be important when we see the game. Listen, I never played a lot of Virtua Fighter. I, in fact, played so little Virtua Fighter that I might as well have never played Virtua Fighter. But one thing I can tell you as an observer is that it always looked very bland and it always looked very boring. It's a big part of why I never got into it, and I suspect a big part of why it fell off the face of the earth. The last entry was 17 years ago, after all. I mean, everything from the general presentation to the character designs is just boring as fucking shit. I mean, that's why Virtua Fighter really has no iconic characters. They don't even have a character who is as popular as Mai from King of Fighters, who in the grand scheme of popularity is not that popular. So if you don't have a character who can compete with a B-tier fighting game character, then you definitely don't have a Ryu, you definitely don't have a Scorpion or Sub-Zero, you definitely don't have a Chun-Li, and obviously characters and their appeal are extremely important in fighting games. But if these Virtua Fighter devs really realize their lack of relevance and lack of icons, they can flip it into a boon. You can have a nearly full new roster, and what characters do come back should be completely redesigned, honestly. I mean, Akira is like the main guy, he's like the Ryu, but he looks like we have Ryu at home. It's terrible. If you don't have at least one or two strongly designed characters to lean on, I don't think you're really gonna do much in this day and age, honestly. You don't have to pander toward what Virtua Fighter used to be all that much, because you don't have a huge fan base anyway. And it sounds like I'm going hard on Virtua Fighter, but it's literally because I want it to do well. I want this reboot game to come out and be a game that I want to play. And then when I play it, I want it to be fucking good. I think we need another 3D fighting game. I mean, it's just Tekken. Soul Calibur appears to be on ice, and would I rather a Soul Calibur game over geezer-ass Virtua Fighter? Of course. But Virtua Fighter is coming whether I want it or not, so I'd much rather love it than have it be some archaic piece of shit. In what is turning out to be a new golden age of fighting games, let's not let Tekken go completely unchallenged. I only hope that Virtua Fighter is actually a worthy worthy challenger because there is the potential to just flop. This is a Sega IP after all. Sega aren't the guaranteed banger boys. They aren't current Capcom, they aren't Sony first party, they aren't Nintendo first party. There isn't even a bar of quality that is always hit. Sega will put out some bullshit. They'll do it. Their biggest IP, Sonic the Hedgehog, is comprised of at least 50% not good games. And that's being generous. So everyone talking about this Virtua Fighter Reboot like it's just some locked in for sure banger, we might need to reel it in a bit. I know the FGC is one of the most delusional bunches of people on earth. I know the FGC has no self-respect and will play any piece of shit calling itself a fighting game, but that won't make the games good. There's real potential for this game to go either way. I think the road leading to the most likely path of success starts with acknowledging that no one gives a shit about Virtua Fighter right now. And so you should craft this game as if it were a completely new franchise that mildly references the other games. I think pandering to the 12 Virtua Fighter superfans left, resting on your laurels, thinking that you already had a winner back in the day and so you'll just do it again, that way lies ruin. But I have hope and I'm potentially interested. I mean, hell, did you see SNK's new Fatal Fury game art style? That shit looks good. This is easily their best looking 3D game ever. KOF 14 was hideous, and 15 and Samurai Showdown were just okay, but this Fatal Fury looks good. The characters look fucking nice in this art style, and if a 3D SNK game could look good, if they've figured out that they should look good, then there's hope for anyone. Even Virtua Fighter, whose last game was 17 years ago and looked extremely boring even back then, they have hope. But yeah, I guess I'm saying I want this game to work out. I want this game to be cool, and it very much can be. However, there's also a very real chance that it isn't cool, and I think we should all keep that in mind. Anyway, sorry if it felt like I shat on the franchise too much. I realized they were very innovative and iconic at a time, but I'm just living in the truth that that time is over, and to most people it's now just a dusty old franchise with very little fanfare, unfortunately. So yeah, that's all from me, I guess. Feel free to hop in the comments and tell me how stupid and wrong I am. I'm sure you'll let me know that Virtua Fighter is actually the most popular franchise in the world, even though I could probably drop a nuke and not hit a fan. Whatever though, live your truth, delusional as it may be. Thanks for watching though, regardless of what you comment. Consider liking and subscribing, and until next time, I am Waifu Belector. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and here's hoping for Virtua Fighter. Goodbye.